Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your brother G Money Wisdom coming back at you with another video. And in today's video, it's going to be about the top financial lessons that I learned from this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. And I know there's been a bunch of people who've made videos about it, talking about the things in the book and kind of Robert Kiyosaki's philosophy on finance and money. But I just thought I would make a video on the best takeaways that I got from this book since I just recently finished reading it. I definitely recommend that you guys add this to your library if you don't already have it, but I'm sure a lot of you do because it's a pretty famous book. But I just thought I'd make the video because who knows, maybe this will help someone. But so I have my notes over here, so I'm gonna be looking to the side from time to time. But basically, one of the best lessons I learned from Rich Dad Poor Dad, and there's a bunch that I wrote down, is that time and education are your greatest assets. So time is obviously a resource that is finite and you can never get it back once you spend it, and you only have a certain amount of time allotted before basically your life is over and you're dead and you die. And once you die, that's pretty much it. So just make sure you spend your time wisely and use your time to the best of your ability to towards things that benefit you, as well as learning to manage your time, as time management is super crucial to becoming wealthy, because you can spend your time doing something that is detrimental towards your success or beneficial towards your success, and the choice is yours. And the next thing is education is one of the greatest assets, because basically education is an investment in yourself. And education doesn't have to be going to college or, taking classes at a community college or something like that. Education can just be reading a really good book or watching an educational YouTube video, something like this. And the reason why I agree with how education is one of the best investments, as well as investing in yourself is one of the best investments, is because the more I've learned, the more I've been able to ask for more when I'm working at a job. I'm building more skills, I'm becoming more valuable, I'm becoming more knowledgeable. And in turn, I've been able to make more money in my life. So that is something that I definitely agree with, and just continuing to be a lifelong learner and continuing to learn is only going to benefit you and it's never going to hurt you. So I definitely agree with that. The next thing is investing into assets and actually knowing what an asset is versus a liability. And basically the way he defines what an asset is and a liability is an asset puts money in your pocket and a liability takes money out of your pocket. And it doesn't matter what the item is. If it puts money in your pocket, it's an asset. If it takes money out, it's a liability. And you would be surprised what you thought was an asset, that's actually a liability. So that's super important too. And another thing that I learned that's pretty cool is the difference between a rich person and a poor person is how you handle loss. So a rich person will take an L, and it's how you handle the situation that will determine your success. So basically, a rich person takes a loss and is basically views it as, how can I learn from this situation? How can I not make this mistake again, but also not be too hard on myself, because human beings are not perfect and we're prone to make mistakes. So a rich person basically isn't too hard on themselves, but at the same time, they're like, what can I learn from this situation? And they're not beating themselves up. They're not becoming fearful and afraid to make mistakes, because mistakes are a part of life. And the more mistakes you make and learn from them, the wiser you become, the better you become, because you know how to handle and deal with those situations in the future, or similar situations in the future. So learn how to handle loss and view it as a learning experience instead of a horrible thing that happened to you, because you can always learn from a situation. And another thing is that kind of ties back into investing is pay yourself first. Every time you get paid from your work or your job or your paycheck, pay your bills, obviously, but also make sure you pay yourself first. So let's say after you pay your bills, you have $50 left. Make sure that you're always investing your money into something. Like personally, me, I invest in cryptocurrencies, I invest in buying books, courses, classes. I have some silver. Um, this is not financial advice, by the way. I'm not a financial advisor, but from my experience, every time I paid myself first and I put my money into assets, I've experienced a greater sense of building wealth. I've been able to build a little more wealth that way. And in the future, I think I'll be set up where I won't need to worry about money. And basically, when you do that, you're not going to spend your money on something that doesn't end up, being of use to you. Because otherwise, if I didn't invest my money and paid myself first, I would have probably blown it on like food or like a video game or something that is not helpful or conducive to my success. So just keep that in mind, guys. And the last thing I want to say before this video gets too long is find a mentor and take advice from people who have done what you want to do, because there are a lot of fake gurus out here that are saying and claiming they have a lot of experience in something, but they've never actually done the thing that they're talking about. Like, say, for example, financial advisors. A lot of them sell you these investments, but they themselves have never made money themselves investing in that thing. So why would you take advice from someone who isn't investing in something that you're trying to invest in, or they claim to have knowledge about it when they've never even experienced it? So that's just something to be mindful, guys. Be careful who you take advice from, and only take advice from people who have done what you want to do. So with that, guys, that's the video. I hope to help you guys out. And I could probably do a part 2 because I wasn't even able to fit all the lessons, my favorite lessons from the Rich Dad Poor Dad book. So if you guys want to see a part 2, let me know. And I hope this video helped you guys out. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.